Hey guys, it's Timmy, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 6th of December 2019 to talk about everything that went down tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. And unfortunately, at least this is my opinion, I'm going to want to hear from you guys. Call in, text in, let me know what you thought of tonight's show. But I thought, kind of like this week's Raw, kind of like this week's AEW Dynamite, this show was just another okay show. Nothing special. It was a very, I guess you can say, interesting end to tonight's show. But there was nothing really like overly special or was like, man, that was really, really good on tonight's show. The show that I felt had some really good things was the NXT show this week. So if I was picking what show was the best this week, I would go with NXT. But we're here to talk about SmackDown. Let's see who's here with us in the live chat, though. We do have Willie's Network, Glenn Hunt, Henry McKenna Carvalho, Woken King Slender, Haley Caruso, Luke Mike Nelson, Time to Wrestle with Suplexus. Interesting way to spell that. Time to Wrestle. First and foremost, Timothy is not my name. If you look on my birth certificate, legally, it says Timmy. I actually don't really like the name Timothy, but I have nothing wrong with my regular name, my real given name, Timmy. So just putting that out there. I don't know if I've ever said that before. I may have not. Who knows? But yeah, Timothy is not my legal name. It's actually Timmy. Tim for short. Got more people here jumping into the live chat. Before we get going, I do want to say, if you guys want to directly support us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited, you can do so one of two ways. You can either scroll down to where it says subscribe and hit that button right next to it that says join. In doing so, you will get early access to certain videos we are doing, like our list videos. We do have a list video that went up this week for member and Patreon subscribers, and then we have more coming out throughout this month as well, plus other cool new ideas we are working on. As a member subscriber, you also get your name highlighted in green in the live chat, and you can use custom emojis. The other way you can directly support us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited is subscribing at patreon.com/PW Unlimited. You get all the same perks over there as well, the early access to videos with no ads in them. So help us, help you. The more you guys help us, the more we can help you in bringing you the news and the cool videos that you guys like to see. And also, let me know what you would like to see us do here on the channel. What are some of the things that maybe we've done in the past, like Who's That Superstar or Pro Wrestling Trivia, that you want to see us bring back in 2020? Or what is something you've been like, hey, I've never seen you do this. Why not give this a shot going into the new year? So let us know things that you want us to do, things you want us to bring back, things you want us to implement. We do have our website back up. It is no longer PWUnlimited.net, though. It is now PWUnlimited.co. We will be posting regular news updates on there. Say we've got a smaller news story that doesn't really have to do, like, if we have a smaller news story that really doesn't really fit in video format, we'll put it up over there on the website, PWUnlimited.co, and then we'll tweet it out, we'll share it on the Facebook, and we'll put it here on the community tab for you guys. So we're trying to find even more ways to bring you guys even more news from us here at PW Unlimited. But enough with all that. Let's talk about SmackDown. This night's SmackDown kicked off with The Miz heading to the ring to host Miz TV. On commentary, Corey Graves noted that nobody has seen Daniel Bryan all week. The Miz said that his guest was intended to be Daniel Bryan. However, due to Wyatt's attack last week, Bryan is not on the show tonight. Miz pointed out that Bryan disappeared and is nowhere to be found. He said that he never liked Bryan, but he does care about him. He's on a mission to find out exactly what happened, and then he's interrupted by Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse. Wyatt mocked Miz for wanting to unravel the mystery. He noted Miz doesn't want to know, and neither does he. Wyatt noted that Bryan might still be with The Fiend for all we know, which means he's not finished with Bryan. He said because now he's going to take on Bryan at TLC. Not going to take on Bryan at TLC. He's going to challenge The Miz instead to fill in for Daniel Bryan. And we did learn later on in the night that The Miz will challenge for the Universal title at TLC. Miz then mentioned his family, and Wyatt pointed out, that's the word of the day, family. Wyatt recalled that he had a family once, and there was a quick shot of the Wyatt family. He then held up a picture of Miz's family. Miz was furious and left the ring to find Wyatt. After a commercial break, Miz was on a phone with his wife Maurice in the back. He told her to lock the door and turn on the alarm. He said he's heading home to protect his family, but knows he's got to deal with Bray Wyatt at some point. So I thought that maybe we'd get a tease of Wyatt going to... Now, I know this wouldn't make any sense because Bray's in freaking... Where were they tonight? North Carolina? But something to be like, Bray's on his way to Miz's family's house in Los Angeles because they moved back to LA. But anyways, none of that really. They got Alexa Bliss taking on and defeating Mandy Rose, and my echo's going to go off. Oh, it didn't this time. Bliss had an early advantage, but Rose took over. She slowed down the pace and worked over the arm of Alexa. Rose then pulled off Bliss's eyelashes one by one, and Michael Cole was in shock by this. Michael Cole thought this was just a vile act by Alexa Bliss. And here's the thing. I'm a guy. I've never worn fake eyelashes. I don't know if Michael Cole has ever worn fake eyelashes. Does it hurt when they get ripped off like that? Just peeled right off? I don't know. Honestly, I can't think of any of the females in my life that wear fake eyelashes either, so I couldn't even ask any of them. I don't know if I know anybody like directly, personally, that wear fake eyelashes or the eyelash extensions, whatever you want to call them. But let me know in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching later, does it really hurt when you pull those eyelashes off? Because I have no clue. So Rose attempted a running knee, but Bliss rolled her up for a near fall. Bliss fought back and rocked Rose with a big right hand. DeVille tried to interfere, but Cross took her out the crossbody off the steps. DeVille tried to interfere. Oh, my bad, I read the same line twice. Rose then hit a German suplex for a close near fall. Bliss recovered and hit a twisted Bliss to pick up the victory. So then we go to the back and we see Dana Brooke in catering. She's getting some food, and she's approached, just like she was last week, by Drake Maverick. He said, I heard you're going on a dinner date with Batista. And she said, yes, I am. Maverick felt like he was a little rejected here. Maverick wondered what Batista has that he doesn't. And then in comes Elias. Elias sang a song about basically why Batista is better than him. He said Batista's tall, Batista's a movie star, he's a millionaire. And then he implied that Elias himself had slept with Drake Maverick's wife, and Maverick slaps him across the face. Here's the thing, though. How is Drake Maverick going to get mad at Elias for saying he slept with Drake's wife when Drake's trying to get with goddamn Dana Brooke? How the hell are you going to be like, oh, don't talk about my wife like that? But literally 2 minutes earlier, you were all up in like, Dana, why can't I get a date with you instead of Dave Batista? It made no goddamn sense. You're flirting with other women, so you honestly don't have the right to get mad when Elias comes up and insinuates, and he did state after, I really didn't, that he slept with his wife. Because I think Dana literally goes, wait, did you? He's like, oh, no, that never happened. But something is going to happen. So we come back from the commercial break, and Drake Maverick was in the ring all upset over Elias's comments. Still, why are you upset, bro? You trying to get with other women yourself. I mean, what is he trying to do? Sister wives? Where he can have multiple women, but the wives can't? I don't know. He then noted nobody makes a mockery of him and his family or his wife. He doesn't want a match with Elias. He wants a fight. Elias and Dana Brooke would make their way down to the ring. Maverick tried to attack Elias, but Elias had fun with him. He humiliated Maverick and put him over his knee like he was going to spank him. Elias then kicked him out of the ring. He tried to leave when Dana Brooke, Maverick that is, tried to leave when Dana Brooke threw him back in the ring, and Elias hit him with a drift away. Dana Brooke then got in the ring, put her foot on Drake Maverick. Elias played referee and counted 1, 2, 3. It was cute. It got them all on TV. Awesome. So in the back, Miz was on his way out of the arena when he spotted a door open and a red light emanating from it. For some reason, Miz was like, I need to get in there. I mean, I know why, but it's like trying to get your family. You've seen what this guy's done to people. Random. Oh, what are you doing, Miz? Miz barges into this room, and he saw a picture of his family. But instead of him holding his daughter Monroe, Bray was holding his daughter Monroe. Suddenly, Wyatt would attack the Miz and hit his sister Abigail. Wyatt then threw the picture at Miz and told him there's no place like home for the holidays. Very interesting. I still feel like the Fiend's going to show up at Miz's house one week. It's got to be next week because there's only one more SmackDown till the pay-per-view. After another break, a referee helped Miz to his feet. He wondered where Bray Wyatt went and what happened to the picture. So then we got a Fatal 4-Way Elimination Tag Team match. The winners would move on to TLC to face the New Day with the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line. New Day, they were on commentary. So in this match, it was Mustafa Ali and Shorty G, The Revival, the Lucha House Party, and Heavy Machinery. So Ali and Grand Metalik had great exchanges to start off the match early. Lince Dorado hit a huge dive to the floor, wiping out basically everybody. Scott Dawson hit a brainbuster on Dorado on the floor. Metalik rocked Dawson with a kick. He then hit a springboard crossbody on Otis, but he got caught. Heavy Machinery then hit the compactor and eliminated the Lucha House Party. Back from the break, Shorty G worked over Tucker's arm. During the break, I guess, Dawson got tagged in because he was in after the break. Dawson made Tucker, then Dawson hit Tucker with a back body drop. No, Tucker hit him. I have this written wrong. This is weird. Otis got a hot tag. How about we go there? Otis got a hot tag and ran wild. He followed up with a splash in the corner. Dash Wilder made a blind tag, but Otis knocked him off the apron. Otis then hit the Caterpillar on Dawson, but Wilder jumped in, rolled up Otis to eliminate Heavy Machinery because he didn't realize that Wilder made that blind tag. So it came down to the final two teams, Ali and Shorty G, which I like them paired up as a team. It gives both guys something to do more regularly, and they work really well together. It was Ali and Shorty G against the Revival. They went back and forth early. They fell to the floor and continued to brawl. The heels had a stare down with the New Day at one point. Ali and Shorty G then threw the Revival into the New Day. The New Day were upset, and all three teams argued. After a break, the Revival were firmly in control. Shorty G fought back and hit a German suplex on the heels at the same time. Ali got the hot tag and hit a Northern Light suplex for a very close near fall. Ali then hit a tornado DDT. Ali then hit a tornado DDT and went for a 450, but Dawson pulled out Wilder. Ali then hit a suicide dive, but Shorty G made a blind tag. The heels caught Ali and tossed him into the barricade. Shorty G then hit a cannonball off the apron. The finish did come, though, when Shorty G locked on the ankle lock, but Wilder rolled through. Dawson rocked Shorty G with a forearm, hit him with the Shatter Machine, picked up the victory. Revival moving on to TLC. So we're getting yet again, the Revival against the New Day. The tag titles on the line. Whoop-de-doo. We know it will be a good match, but give us something new, Vince. After the match, the New Day were leaving when the Revival stopped them and said, hey, we promised to win, and demanded the New Day no longer disrespect this tag team division with all their pancakes and stuff. They said they're going to win using good old-fashioned tag team wrestling. In the back, Caleb Braxton interviewed Roman Reigns. He promised to defeat Dolph Ziggler later and defeat King Corbin at TLC. The theme of this night was, hey, King Corbin keeps saying that he's going to humiliate Roman Reigns. We got another video package for Sheamus. He noted his former rivals became ghosts because there's nobody to face him. Sheamus said he's on his way home and is ready to defeat everybody. They got a good little squash here from Lacey Evans. She took on, I think it was Haley Jones. I can't remember what it was. Evans grabbed an armbar right away and took Jones to the ground with like an arm drag type move where Jones barely got over. So she tried it again. Looked better the second time. Jones tried to fight back. Corey Graves thought she was going to have some sort of a miracle here, and then she didn't when she got hit with the woman's rights. Knocked out, quick victory. Not that good of a match. Good thing it didn't go long. So after the match, Sasha Banks would come out and noted that her and Lacey, they got unfinished business. And then we go to a commercial. What the fuck? Before we keep going, Jake Dawson, yes, we will be taking calls tonight. If you guys do want to call in and give me your thoughts on tonight's show or text in, you can do so at 510-906-1341. Again, if you want to call or text into the show, give me your thoughts on tonight's SmackDown, you can do so at 510-906-1341. So as they come back from break, Sasha and Lacey Evans are still down in the ring. Banks claimed that Evans hit her with a lucky punch. Banks is the leader of the SmackDown Women's Division, and she demanded that Evans stay out of her and Bayley's way. Banks mentioned Evans' daughter, and this set off Lacey Evans. Evans warned Banks to never speak of her daughter anymore, ever again, and reminded her that she's a former Marine, and you don't want me to put those boots back on. The fans broke out in a Lacey chant. Started talking about what it meant to be a leader, what she learned in the Marines about being a leader, that Sasha's not a real leader. And the two got, Sasha finally got in the ring. The two got face to face. Evans teased a woman's right. Banks, I guess you could say, got scared and ran off. Lacey Evans smirked and walked away. As Lacey was walking to the back, she was then blindsided by Bayley. Banks joined Bayley at the top of the ramp. They attacked and mocked Lacey Evans. Boom, there you go. We then got the official announcement that Bray Wyatt will be taking on The Miz at TLC. They said that Shane McMahon will be on NCIS Los Angeles next week. They then aired a video hyping up Tribute to the Troops. They had different wrestlers and whatnot talking about what Tribute to the Troops means to them. I did not, let me know if I missed this in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching later. Did they give a date for Tribute to the Troops? That was something I still have not seen. It's got to air over the next 2 weeks, but we haven't gotten any sort of a, date as far as when that show is going to air. I can look at something right here really fast because I had a lot of people ask me today when I posted the non-spoiler match list. They were like, hey, when can we watch this? It actually seems like a lot of good matches. But, I don't see anything yet. WWE announcing when it's going to be. So they air this video for Tribute to the Troops, and then Roman Reigns' music hits, and Michael Cole goes, there's nobody, or what did he say? He said something along the lines of, there's never been anybody more supportive of our troops than the big dog, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns took on Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler had an early advantage and hit a neck breaker for a 2. He slowed down the pace with a chin lock. Ziggler attempted a splash, but Reigns rocked him with a right hand. Reigns went for the drive-by, but Ziggler sent him into the steps. After a break, Ziggler was firmly in control and scored a near fall. Ziggler dared Reigns to fight back, and he did. Ziggler sent Reigns into the turnbuckle to take back over. No. Sorry about that. I was looking at something. I saw something in the chat. I was trying to look at that at the same time. My bad. Ziggler slowed down the pace, like I said, with a chin lock. Reigns fought back and rocked Ziggler with a clothesline. He sent Ziggler to the floor and attempted to drive by off the steps, but Ziggler super kicked him. Suddenly, Corbin's music would hit, and he made his way down to the ring, being carried on a throne with what Corey Graves called security. So after a break, Reigns avoided a super kick attempt, but Ziggler hit him with a stiff DDT. Ziggler attempted to zigzag, but Reigns held onto the top rope. Ziggler avoided the spear and rolled him up for a 2. Reigns then rocked Ziggler with a Superman punch for a 2 of his own. Fans then broke out in a very loud Roman chant, and Roman Reigns is still getting great reactions from the fans. I like that. Finally. Ziggler sent Reigns into the ring post and hit a zigzag for a near fall. Corbin then jumped up on the apron and yelled at the ref. Reigns then hit him with a Superman punch. He then hit a spear on Ziggler and picked up the victory. So, before we talk about the closer, Chris Gomez says my best estimate is the 20th. He's talking about when he thinks Tribute to the Troops would air, and that's not possible. 20th is a Friday. SmackDown airs on Fridays on Fox. I know that typically Tribute to the Troops does air on USA. I would think it's either going to be the 10th, 12th, 17th, or 19th. Those are the 2 Tuesdays and the 2 Thursdays coming up. But back to the show. So after the match, Reigns went after Corbin. But Corbin's royal security attacked Roman. Beat them all down. Like they were just beating the crap out of him. Roman fought back a little bit, but then Corbin jumped Reigns from behind. Suddenly, somebody from under the ring, which looked like another one of those security guys, grabbed Roman's leg as Roman was trying to get the announce table ready to slam Corbin through it. Instead, he tossed Corbin over the announce table. The heels then overpowered Reigns. There was Dolph, there was Corbin, and like 5 of these security guys. And they handcuffed Roman and hung him from the post. Then, Ziggler appeared with 2 cans of dog food for the big dog. And they covered Roman Reigns in dog food. Opened the cans and dumped them all over Roman Reigns. Here's the weird thing about this. So they do this. They run off. And all of a sudden, Roman's... It's like he just came back to life. Like he was knocked out through all that and realized what just happened. And he just screams, "Aah!" Like, were you knocked out for all of that or something? Well, he's covered in dog food. Referees come down to try and assist him. And the show goes off the air. So that was SmackDown, everybody. Now, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys thought of tonight's SmackDown Live. Not SmackDown Live. Friday Night Smackdown. You can do so by calling in to 510-906-1341. Again, 510-906-1341. And before we get to that, this video is brought to you by Fight TV and their broadcast of Combate America's Tito versus Alberto. Tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view and Fight TV, Saturday, December 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, current UFC Hall of Famer, the Huntington Beach bad boy Tito Ortiz, takes on former WWE champion Alberto El Patron inside the cage. This will be Tito Ortiz's first match in about a little over a year, but this will be Alberto's first match in about a decade. These two will collide tomorrow night on pay-per-view. It's Tito versus Alberto, the former UFC champion versus the former WWE champion. If you do order with the link in the description below, or go to bit.ly/Tito Alberto, you will support us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and you will receive a $3 Fight TV credit that you can use during your next purchase. Again, Tito versus Alberto for Combate Americas does take place tomorrow night, Saturday, December 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. use the link in the description below or go to bit.ly/Tito Alberto to order now. Don't miss out. This should be very, very interesting. So with that, we got some text messages. This person here states, if it wants to load, there we go. At the Royal Rumble, triple threat match for the Universal Championship, Miz, Daniel Bryan, Fiend. It can happen. I heard today that the reason it's not Daniel Bryan, Fiend at TLC is because they want this reveal of Daniel Bryan and I guess his new look and the match between Bryan and Fiend to be a bigger deal. So I would assume singles match at Royal Rumble. Probably not a TLC. I can see it being a TLC, but not TLC, a triple threat, but probably not. Again, like I said, I heard that they want it to be a bigger deal on a bigger stage. Vince actually liked what they did at Survivor Series and didn't want to just give it away again so quickly. Person here says, at TLC, do you see The Fiend retaining the Universal title in the triple threat? Well, first off, it's not a triple threat at TLC. It's a straight-up singles match between The Fiend and The Miz. And yes, I do see The Fiend defeating The Miz to retain, and then moving on to possibly facing Daniel Bryan at the Rumble. This person here says, who will win the Universal Championship? Well, the Universal Champion right now is Bray Wyatt. I don't think he drops that title. I don't think he drops that title till Mania. And against who, I don't really know. I mean, Roman maybe, but we'll see. Let's take this call, though. Calling on the air. What's going on?
Hey, Tim, what's up?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. Anyways, I got to correct you on something. One, at TLC, the title's not on the line. Second of all, do you think this new Bray, that the only way Bray Wyatt can win matches is as if he's the Fiend, but if he's human, he lose?
I mean, I can see maybe that being some sort of a possibility, but he's not wrestling as Bray Wyatt. He's only wrestling as the Fiend.
Yeah. Also millions of on Twitter where they posted his brain Ziggler and Corbin and covering him in dog food. The fans were ticked. That's that. I don't know why though. Probably because.
I mean, it was stupid. That's why the fans didn't like it. It was a dumb segment that really they shouldn't have done.
Sure. And also on YouTube, one fan said that it was the worst segment of all time. I disagree. The worst segment of all time is everything involving Rusev, Lana, and Lashley.
I wouldn't go that far because the Rusev, Lana, Lashley stuff does the best views on YouTube of any Raw or SmackDown clip every single week for the last month and a half. So I wouldn't call that bad because it actually gets them good YouTube views.
Yeah, only because they're sick and tired of Rusev being treated like this instead of him winning titles.
Hey, they're trying to get Rusev to sign a new contract. Lana signed. Rusev's still holding out.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, spoiler, it was being advertised that Rey Mysterio would defend the U.S. title in a rematch against Styles.
Last I heard, it's going to be AJ and Randy Orton at TLC.
I mean on Raw.
Oh, on Raw. I hadn't heard. Okay, cool. I hadn't heard anything for Raw.
Yeah, see you around.
All right, have a great night.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for the call.
Bye.
All right, got another text message here. This one does state, do you think the new look will be Daniel Bryan as bald? And if so, do you think the new look will be permanent? I mean, probably a bald Daniel Bryan, or at least like a really like low shaved head or whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if it'll be permanent. I mean, it's something new for now, and then he can just grow his hair back out. I know the rumor was when he was growing his hair back out the last time to how long it was last week. That was because when Daniel Bryan was contemplating leaving WWE, one of the goals that he wanted to aspire to was a hair versus mask match where he got his head shaved in Mexico. He wanted to go down there, work for CMLL. At least this is what I heard. He had told people he wanted to work for CMLL, do a mask versus hair match with somebody, lose, and then get his head shaved. But let's check out this phone call here. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi, Tim and me, Ruben.
How's it going?
I think I have a question. What's going on with The Miz and Bray Wyatt?
They're going to face at TLC.
Yeah, but if the title will be on the line?
So I don't know. They did not say that on SmackDown, and the graphic also does not say Universal Championship. So I don't think the title is on the line. I just looked it up again.
Okay, and what about the New Day versus the Revival?
That is the title match. Okay. Thank you for the call. We got one last text message here before we do wrap everything up. Person says, TLC, I thought they had said Bray versus Miz because they had advertised Bray Wyatt versus The Miz. So, it is Bray versus Miz at TLC. I guess the title's not on the line. And I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't put the title on the line. Is The Miz going to pick up a fucking victory? And that's why you don't put the title on the line? I hope not. Bray does not need to be losing right now. Fiend should not lose, especially to Miz. No offense. But yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with that as far as the title not being on the line. It doesn't really make much sense. Especially if Wyatt just goes out there and wins. Why not make it a title match? But with that, I do want to say thank you to everybody who did join me here live to talk about tonight's Friday Night Smackdown. I want to thank everybody who watches later right here on YouTube or listens on podcast services all around the world, just like iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify. All those other ones were on iHeartRadio and so many more. You can follow us on social media at PWUnlimited on Twitter, Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD. Just search Pro Wrestling Unlimited on Instagram and check out our website, PWUnlimited.co. There'll be news up there going up at a regular rate. Sometimes there'll even be news up there that we don't put in video form, so check it out. Thank you guys for joining me here tonight. I guess the next time we'll be live will be Monday following Raw. Have a good night, guys.